is the Riot podcast.
I was like, hey, is everybody ready? And Hudson's
Sure
like,
am.
it was so like cowboyish, like, sure am, little
Sure
lady.
am.
Little lady. Sure am, partner.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, giddy up.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
What's in the podcast
That's what
today?
Kramer says.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, to me, that's still cowboy
Yeah,
talk.
it is kind of cowboy talk. Well, hope everybody's having a good day.
That's right.
Why don't we just jump right in, Isaiah? What's in the podcast?
So we did a story, and I also have a follow-up question with
Sure.
this too.
Okay.
We were talking about the man who was bitten by otters.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Oh, I liked that story.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of messed up. Oh, I love that story. That man who was bitten by all
Okay,
those
fine.
otters.
I love otters.
Yes.
All right. And if a few people get bit in the process, then that's fine.
of course. So I have a story of like when I was bitten by like an animal.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if you guys.
Have ever been bit?
Yeah.
Well, dogs don't count because
No, yeah.
But I've never
Like
been
a
around an otter.
Exotic animal or
Yeah,
something?
like
or just like anything out of the not a
I got bit by a
domesticated animal?
spider
Yeah.
at Yellowstone.
Oh, really?
Was it like a traumatic experience?
Well, it was weird because I woke up and it was like, let's just say lower back.
Oh man.
It was really, really weird because I was like, what's wrong? And it really got inflamed.
Was it like a big bite?
Yeah, it was a big bite.
Oh,
And you know it was a spider?
Well, it had 2 holes. Like 2
no
little
way. So you
puncture
can
things.
see.
You
Oh
can
wow,
see.
that's scary.
Yeah, and we were in the middle of, actually right outside Yellowstone where there was not a lot. And I was just like, okay, well, I would have died already.
Yeah. Right?
I guess I'm good.
Yeah.
I think it was in the bed, so it must have
Yeah,
been me
it
at
must
night.
have been.
So, yeah, but that's about it.
I cannot recall a time that I was bitten by anything.
Oh, you
that
haven't
I could-
lived then.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry.
To
It's
wonder
coming.
if
It's
you'll
coming.
die.
It's coming. It's only a matter of time.
Go get a rabies shot.
Yes.
What were you bitten by?
I was bitten by a pig.
Really?
Really?
Yes, I was in 4th
They
grade.
could eat you.
Yeah, and so I'm like growing up, like we always like showed pigs for like 4-H stuff.
Did?
Yeah, I know, it's surprising. So we
Weird.
always had pigs around the house. And we had this one pig. Wasn't even my pig either. Makes it even worse. We always like had like 3 or so pigs. Like my older brother would have 2. I would have 1. I'll never forget. I get in like the pen with them, like to mess with them, like play with them and stuff. Because like
Yeah.
that's what you do with your pigs.
I
You just
guess.
play with them.
Of
We'll
course.
trust you on that.
Yeah.
And so
obviously.
as I'm climbing out to get out, Rocky, one of the meanest pigs we ever had, clearly, just bites me on the back right of my hamstring.
Oh, no.
On the back of my, and of course I'm in like 4th grade, so I'm like little. So his whole like, because bees don't really have like teeth,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like just like clamping its gums on you. And I had a bruise like the size of my hand.
Oh, wow.
Like it was huge. It was just obviously a very scary moment. I'd never
Yeah.
been bitten by one of our pigs before, so like I go climbing out, I'm freaking out. I run to my dad. I'm like, Rocky bit me. Like I'm so upset. Like it hurt really bad.
And-
They had a huge bruise, but yeah, I didn't
Well,
know.
what happened
and
to
Rocky was slaughtered later
No,
that day.
Rocky, you know, he stayed. I just didn't play with him.
Now,
Did
wait a
you,
minute. You
wait.
make it sound like he never did die for food.
I
Did
mean,
he
he did.
Yeah.
eventually?
Did you eat?
He only
did
lived
you
a
bite
couple
him
more
back
months.
one day?
No, I didn't personally. We always like would like sell them at the end, and then they would be eaten by
In a
someone
way,
else.
that's even more of a win.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Like
Like,
really
I made
more
money
pay-
off of you.
Yeah,
See,
right.
listen, I
You bit
can't.
me.
If I can't keep it when I name it, I just can't.
Yeah.
Just can't do it.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so-
weird.
so
You
yeah,
had-
bitten by a
You had
pig.
pigs. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel the pressure to go get bitten by something just so
I know.
I can
Well,
be
all
equal
right.
with you
Tomorrow's
guys.
the weekend. Like, why don't you make it
Yes.
your goal this weekend?
Yeah,
You go out to, like, a
Let's see if
fair
I
or
can find
something.
some wildlife.
Why don't you go to a pet store and bother the
I've
exotic area?
Got
Yeah.
some a zoo that I plan to go to the zoo, so maybe
Ooh.
I climb in one of the pens and just see
No,
what happens.
I don't want to have you be a story. I'd like you to be in
that'd
on
be-
love for
Monday.
you to
It'd be
be a
great
story.
promotion.
I'd
Great
absolutely
promotion.
love
It would be good, actually, because then if you manage to get them to bite you but not break any rules, then you could sue the zoo.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, and they've already got enough problems
They
here.
go,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our zoo's currently trying to, it's a rebuilding season
Yeah,
for our
right.
zoo.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so that was the story of like being bitten. Obviously, you can hear about that a little bit later on. But we also did a story about a job posting that was like a little bit much, and they specifically wanted people who aren't criers. And me myself, I'm not much of a crier. Like I've never cried at work.
Yeah, you're not old enough yet.
Have
you
you
haven't
guys?
been through
Yeah, you
enough.
haven't
So
been
Hudson,
enough.
have you cried at work?
No.
How much older do I need to get? Nikki, have you cried at work?
Absolutely.
Nikki's like yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And it's not about you two, all
It's
right?
every time I leave the show, I go upstairs. I'm like, why is this my life?
Let's just say maybe the previous person sometimes his joking would like go too far. And so he would always have to apologize because I'd just be off in the corner crying.
Nikki's like, no, too much.
That just means I haven't tried hard enough.
You
haven't pushed the button. You haven't pushed the limits.
I think it's because you still don't know me as well as the previous person.
Yeah.
And so if it's only when someone knows you that they can actually hurt you. Oh, yeah. And they don't, even with their teasing. But yeah, just a little corner crying is perfectly fine.
Yeah, of course. I haven't had it taken a turn yet, but I've only been here a couple months.
Right.
So it's only a matter of time.
You haven't been here long enough. You haven't.
Yeah. And I'll make you cry.
Yeah,
no,
I'll make
actually,
you cry
I can't.
tomorrow.
I don't want to cry, so I don't want to make someone else cry.
It's coming.
Yeah, so we talked about that, and then we wrapped up the show. Yet again, circling back to all you remote workers. What are you guys doing? Like
nothing.
Are you guys doing anything? I'm still wondering every day. I mean, I'm not mad at you, but I am jealous of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, oh, I hate when they talk about remote workers and how we aren't doing anything. But I just love to be at home right now. I love it.
Wouldn't it be so great? But even if we worked from home, we still have to talk. So we wouldn't be able to fake it.
You're right.
Our job
is so hard. We still have to talk and everything.
It's not too hard of a job, but it's too hard to fake doing this job.
Well, excuse me, Hudson.
In fact, impossible.
We did a food fight this morning where we ate donuts, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat one now because our job is so hard.
It's difficult. We touched on some Tim Hortons this morning.
Yeah.
We tried the Justin Bieber, what are they called? The
TimBiebs?
TimBiebs.
TimBiebs.
TimBiebs. They're not good. All right, but that's it. Enjoy the podcast today. Our introduction is long now.
Yeah, it really is.
We have to
they
let
just
you guys
keep getting
go.
longer and longer.
We want to let you guys go so you can hear us again all talk.
Yeah. Well, check you next time.
Bye.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
If you ever find yourself in Singapore at their botanic gardens, you need to watch out for a certain animal, and it's one you wouldn't expect.
Is that the gardens at is it the airport or?
Is it at the airport?
You
seem to know a lot about Singapore.
Well, it's supposed to be, if it's the one airport that I think, it's almost like you go into its own, like it's a middle country or something. It's so big in between. And it's got this really cool waterfall that comes down from the ceiling. So if that's it, it's impressive looking.
I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for you on that. It doesn't say, but it may be. And the botanic gardens, of course, there's all kinds of plants and stuff there being gardens, but there's not just plants. There's also otters.
Really?
And, don't get too excited.
Oh, why?
Because
Are there evil otters?
Who can judge their motives?
Are they misunderstood otters?
They might be a little misunderstood, but they've got a mean streak in them because last week, Graham George Spencer is the man's name. He's a British citizen, but he is a full-time Singapore resident.
Yeah.
He was going on his routine walk at the Singapore Botanic Gardens, and he said for the first time in 5 months that he's been walking there, he saw otters around. And so, of course, that's very exciting. He got a little bit close, but not like too close for comfort or anything, but he wanted to take a look at the otters.
20 otters.
Yeah, and then here comes a runner passing by. The runner startles the otters, but the runner's too fast for them to catch, I guess. But they're still startled, so they go after Graham George Spencer.
They don't realize he wasn't the one who
It
startled
wasn't the
them.
culprit, but they needed to find somebody to attack. So they hop on Graham George Spencer, and they bite him 26 times.
Oh, they bit him on the ankles and stuff.
Yeah.
And they pushed him to the floor.
Wow.
And then they jumped on top of him. This doesn't see. I mean, there's pictures, so it's real. But they started biting him on his shoes and around. Oh, his bottom. They started biting him around there.
They got him everywhere.
Through his shorts for about 10 to 12 seconds. And he had to have help getting them away from him.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a very cute nightmare, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, they're so adorable.
They are.
But they really did a number on him.
Yeah, our zoo, sometimes you'll go and you'll just see them all, and they'll be all sleeping in a pile right by the river. How could anything like that be so vicious?
Well, they were scared.
Yeah.
First off, and what what is it? Is a gaggle of geese? What's a name for a group of otters?
Oh, we got to look this up. There's got to be a good answer
to that. Is there
a
technical term for when you have many these creatures there?
Let's find out. A romp. Oh, that's so adorable.
Oh, it gets better and better. It was a romp.
He was attacked by a romp of otters.
Oh, we learned something new today. Well, it's not nice that he was injured because he really was. But come on, it's a romp of otters.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I would take the attack. They can bite me as many times as they want.
Here, guys, bite me and then come
on.
Oh, don't bite me there.
Yeah, right. Not on the bottom.
That's right. Just the feet, please.
Wow.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay.
Hudson sees the glass as half empty. But get this. He thinks a glass half empty is good. The Riot. RadioU.
Nikki, I'm glad you're sitting down.
Yeah.
And I want everybody else to as well to join you in sitting down because what you're about to hear might shock you. You would just
hold on.
You might fall over if you heard what I'm about to say and you were standing up. You would need a fainting couch. So here we go. Are you ready?
Which would look nice in here.
Yeah. Scientists in Korea, South Korea, have found that eating chocolate makes you happier.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop with your lies.
It's
you
true.
don't bring those here to the show.
It's science.
I don't believe it.
This is research done in Korea.
What would someone say? It's hogwash.
Yeah, right. It's poppycock.
That's it.
Yeah. Nope, it's absolutely, it's just one study, but they have found, now here's where, of course, that's the top line, that eating chocolate makes you happier. However, there is a caveat to that.
It's always dark chocolate.
Yep, that's 85% dark chocolate.
Cacao.
It has to be. Yeah.
It's never like a Hershey bar.
No, they say, it's the 85. You have to eat 10 grams of 85% dark chocolate.
Oh, that's dark.
3 times a day.
Wow.
That will make you happier. But they say that if you're talking about, milk chocolate or other unhealthier versions of chocolate, you want to eat that more in moderation.
Also, just to let you know, even if you're like having the dark chocolate version of like a candy bar, how they have some, that
doesn't count.
That's not this.
No.
You're not normally eating dark chocolate like this.
Yeah.
It has such a bitter taste to
Because,
me.
you hear this study and you think, oh, it's, chocolate makes you happier because it tastes so good.
3 times a day?
Not this chocolate.
Nope, you don't want this
if
one.
If you've ever done a keto diet, that's the chocolate they're talking about. Just like the darkest, bitterest, not sweet at all stuff. The not fun chocolate.
Yeah, suddenly then you don't want any anymore.
Yeah, right.
Which I guess is not really making you too happy.
No, but that it is the reason being that it makes you supposedly happier is it links mood improvements are linked to microbial changes in your gut. So I guess your gut is, you go with your gut. You eat chocolate, and then you get happier.
We go with our gut, and we're getting the milk chocolate.
Yeah,
so that's
right.
the problem. It still has to be the dark chocolate. I wonder if you'd probably just get used to it if that was all you had.
Yeah, well, it's not that
and you'd
different
be thankful
than
and grateful for just the dark chocolate.
It's not that different from coffee, right? You don't,
Oh my gosh, that's why I add creamer into my coffee.
Yeah,
I'm
because it's too bitter.
Milk and sugar.
Yep.
And so I like that in my chocolate too.
I bet you drinking the coffee, if you drank it black, 85% black coffee would make you happier.
I'm sure it would.
But it's the milk and or cream and sugar that's killing you.
They say it's mood-altering effects from the dark chocolate. Ooh. And they wanted people to rate their feelings on the scale of 1 to 5, for each time they were having them.
Well, are we going to go get some chocolate then? I don't know if I'm in a very good mood.
You want some? Well,
right,
then we're going to...
you need some mood improvement.
Well, then you're going to need milk chocolate. So it's baby steps.
Maybe that's temporary mood improvement. And if you do the dark chocolate, you get like a long-term high or whatever.
We have a box of cookies in the break room.
Ooh.
None of those are any close to the 85% dark chocolate rate.
But that'd bring a mood improvement,
It
wouldn't it?
would, and then a crash, but at least you'd have the improvement for a while.
What do you think about my Cliff Bar? Is that a mood improvement?
That also is not.
No, yeah, that's too healthy.
Yeah. Do you still have the pumpkin one?
Yeah.
You can really smell when you eat the Cliff Bar.
You'll know when I open it.
It's not a bad thing, but I'm just telling you, it's the wrong season. So if you could get through your pumpkin
that's why I have them.
So eat them faster. I would like a holiday.
But
like
I don't
a
like
Christmas.
them that much.
Well, then
if you want a holiday one, you're going to have to wait till the middle of January.
I don't want you coming in close to February having these peppermint Cliff Bars.
Hey, those are good all year round. What are you talking about?
It just the smell's really off.
If you're looking for hot takes on the day's most important news stories, you're in the wrong place. You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
Did you see this job posting that's been going around? It was from a California juice chain.
No.
The place is
a
called...
juicery?
A juicery. Yeah, sure. It's called Creation Organic, but creation is spelled with a K.
Yeah.
To make you remember it or something. I don't know. Creation Organic. They were looking for somebody. They say still looking for that special person.
To hire?
So here's what they were looking at. This is like the text of the job ad. They want somebody who is, quote, actually available, has an open schedule, doesn't cry, is never late, has no excuses, works hard, has no BS, and smiles no matter what.
That's a bit harsh of an ad to
Isn't
get
it?
someone to
That's actually exactly what they admitted
join
afterwards.
your company.
Yeah.
That's someone who's been hurt.
They took down the ad
That's a manager
very shortly.
who's been hurt a lot.
Yeah. He's had some sensitive employees.
And he was told to put an ad out, and that was his response.
This is because the last employee, the last one, they quit or he fired them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they wouldn't stop crying on the job.
I think the crying is the harshest part.
That's where it goes too far, right?
Who hasn't cried at work?
Yeah.
And even if you're working at a juicery, that's going to happen too.
I bet you have to deal with some difficult people at a juicery.
You do, and all the fruit?
Yeah,
all
right?
the juicing?
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds really good.
What if
right
it gets
now.
in your eye? I bet you it does, right? Like the citrus, that'd probably burn.
You run to your manager, you're like, I'm not crying, just to let you know it's something in my eye. It's allergies.
Where's that sink with the things that spray upwards?
Oh, like if you got a burn or chemical in your eye? Yeah.
It's the oranges. They got me.
So Creation took the poster down, and since it got shared, and not nicely shared, it's hard when you become viral for something that
Not the good reasons.
Your business does not want, and they're going to try again and send out a nicer advert for trying to hire from their hiring manager.
They're learning and they're listening and they understand that it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
There are. You better be careful putting an ad out like this, too, because there are people that don't cry. You know what they are? Psychopaths.
Robots.
Yeah, right. Robots.
They're not even real.
That's what they really want. So.
Well, I didn't want to cry, but then now that you told me I couldn't, suddenly you start to tear up.
I think this is about, if I was looking for a job and I started reading, it's like, oh, I'd love to work at a juicery, and then you get to the doesn't cry. Then you wouldn't just cry.
Like, I'm sorry.
My dream.
How stressful is the job?
Yeah.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So we have a scandal that is rocking the beauty contest world in Saudi Arabia.
Ooh.
But it's maybe not what you think because, you probably think beauty contest and you think women.
Yeah.
Or how come there's no beauty contest for men?
I
guess there kind of is.
You just don't hear.
Yeah.
Is that just the world for you? Is that just every day?
But, right. Every day I walk out, I feel like I'm being judged on my looks.
Yeah, it must be hard.
But in Saudi Arabia, their beauty contest scandal revolves around camels.
Oh, it does?
It does.
Ooh, beautiful camels.
Because right now what has been happening is they have the King Abdulaziz Camel Festival. It is a month-long camel beauty contest and festival. You can compete.
Did you see the prize money?
Yeah, $66 million if you have the most beautiful camel.
Oh, my God. No, I think like in total.
Oh, yeah. Not first place, but still, you probably get a decent chunk of that $66 million if you win.
Well, I wasn't into camel stuff, but maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
You just been, slaving away at the 4-H stuff, showing your cows for what? For what exactly?
A ribbon?
Yeah, a ribbon.
I was being closed-minded. I just wanted a horse.
Yeah.
I didn't know I should be wanting a camel.
Yeah, you've been doing your equestrian, your little dressage. And for what? You could be. The real money is in camels.
So there's 4. Let's see. It is a month-long event, and they say that they have disqualified all over 40 camels because they were juicing.
Yeah, just like. With actually not just like, I was going to say like a real a women's beauty contest or whatever, where you would be.
I don't think that's in the rules.
Botox injections, facelifts, and other cosmetic surgeries are frowned upon, but I don't know if that's always the case. But with camels, it is.
If you have enough Botox, you're not able to frown.
That's a good point.
But with the camels, you're not allowed to cosmetically alter them.
Yep.
But they say that there are a lot, and so they kind of try to hide it.
This is all about the camel's natural beauty.
It is. So you're not allowed to do Botox injections, facelifts, other things. They have to be natural, or at least not like that. And so they are clamping down on the enhanced camels, and 40 camels have been disqualified.
40 camels were doing Botox, and maybe they had hump implants or something. Who even knows?
They inject the camels' heads and lips. Their lips with it, too.
Their lips are already pretty big.
I know. So they also use it to try to relax the face of the camel. I thought this was ridiculous until I saw the $66 million prize money.
Yeah, now you understand.
Now I understand why people are doing this.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You're right. Is that your motto?
Yeah. Do you think so? All of the actual physical alterations of the camel frowned upon or strictly prohibited. Really, you think they're allowed to wear makeup? Get some nice eyeshadow on the camels.
Maybe. I wonder. Camels are just not. We don't know enough about.
Yeah, I saw. I've been to. There's like a safari thing nearby.
Yeah.
The station. You drive through. They have camels. Some of their camels, when the camels get old, they get floppy humps.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they need
it sags.
this stuff. No.
It does.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least.
Look it up.
I mean,
look up camel saggy humps.
I'm not going to. I'm not. Not on the station stuff. They'd be like, what are you looking up? Hudson said to do it. At least at
then go on the safari, I guess.
At that safari, because hopefully then they live, because they are food.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few text messages reminding us that, is it like one of those things where here, if the cow wins, that means you're gone.
Yeah.
And so they're like, if you're the camel and you're winning this competition, you probably just becoming food.
Yeah, I don't know. Not if this hump is too saggy.
I know.
They're too flabby. You just get a bunch of fat or something.
Those people are you saving those camels? Because then they can just live out the rest of their days.
The Riot Podcast. RadioU.
So we were talking camels.
Yes.
And my question was, because you talked about, is this beauty pageant in Saudi Arabia, was it?
Yeah.
Where it's like $66 million in prize money. And so everybody's enhancing their camels.
Yeah, which they're not supposed to do.
Cosmetic surgery and Botox and all that stuff.
They've been caught.
I was wondering.
Those camels were too beautiful to be true.
Yeah. You look at it, you're like, that's not natural. Yeah. Okay, so for a camel, now let's say you were in the desert and you're like dying of thirst.
Right.
And this is it.
That's bound to happen if you're out there.
It's down to the end and it's just you and
just
the camel.
You and the camel.
Just you and the camel. I was wondering, so like, how the hump is, it's water, right?
It's supposed to be, storage, right?
Okay, so it's storage. Can you just is there water in there? Can you said, can you it's like a Capri Sun where you
just
pop it
tap
with a straw?
Or like maple syrup or something, like you're tapping the tree.
So can you poke it? And is it like a coconut where the water's in there? And you could you be saved?
I don't know if I could bring myself. I mean, first you'd have to kill the camel.
Or can you just put a hole in it?
And what? And you just let the camel live? Because I don't think it's going to let you do that.
Actually,
although I guess if you're riding it anyways, and you just quickly just go pink and
no, you're not
stab
riding
it in
it
there.
anymore.
You're not?
It's now just your source of water.
Okay.
It's like a water bottle.
Well, wait, if it's the 2-hump kind,
Yeah.
you could be riding in between the 2 humps
And then put a
and
hole
just
in it.
stab the hole in the top, and you could drink while you ride
I would be
until you get to safety.
This is only to live, right? Because sometimes if you need to live, you do horrible things.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? I would be drinking water and then throwing up right after because of what I was having to
I
do.
think that would, that would harm your cause.
I was just curious if that was. Well, Kevin said the camel hump is just fat. Well, where's the water part then?
Yeah. But does the fat just translate to water then if they need?
Oh, that's where the storage is?
Yeah, is that how it works?
That's where my question is.
Yeah.
Is there like a?
Ooh, but then you could just tap the
fat?
hump. You could tap the hump and then just suck out the fat.
I was curious, is there a reservoir of water in it?
I was thinking, I've never ridden a camel,
Mm-hmm.
but if there was like a reservoir of water inside the hump, then wouldn't you hear it sloshing as you walked?
No, it is just fat and
Yeah.
blood.
Uh-huh.
But I just wanted to know where the water is in case. It was just curious.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is not what we would do.
It was a good idea.
I'm just thinking
Good
about
idea, Nikki.
just thinking about dying in the desert.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I think the irony, too, is if you were riding the camel, drinking from its hump as you rode, trying to get to safety somewhere, that would make the camel die quicker. So
Yeah.
you might not be able to make it anyways.
It's a race of time.
Yeah, right. A race against the clock.
To see which one of you goes first.
It's just you and the camel versus the desert.
Actually, that's the trick question, guys. I wouldn't be out there in the first place.
Yeah,
so unless something
absolutely
really
not.
wrong
There's
happens.
no chance. And what are the odds you'd find a camel anyways?
Well, I mean, animals are naturally drawn to me.
Except bears.
Yeah, I think they would all come.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast. It's time for a riot food fight.
It is the riot on RadioU, 8772 RadioU.
A sneaky food fight.
Yeah, just came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Well, actually, Hudson was hungry, and
I
we
was.
decided to make an executive decision to get this happening now.
Yeah, so we've got here for everybody to experience with us the new Tim Hortons TimBiebs.
Mm-hmm.
I believe these came out very shortly after Thanksgiving in the United States, and they have been, it seems to be a hit. At least definitely in Canada, they've been very popular. So
there's merch that goes with it, which is selling for so much money.
Yeah.
The people are selling the boxes. They're selling the donuts. So, I don't know why there's so much money in this stuff. But, Isaiah, if you want, sell your box when you're done.
Yeah, sell the box.
Let's
make a
save
couple extra
these,
dollars.
clean them up a little bit. Make them all nice.
Yeah, I never understand that stuff. All the merch stuff. Who's gonna want to buy Justin Bieber, Tim Hortons merch?
Now,
Who wants it that bad? I don't understand.
You don't, but there's obviously
somebody
bigger
does.
Justin
majority that
Bieber
does.
fans.
Somebody
yeah.
does. Not me.
Collectors.
We've never done a Tim Hortons food fight, so might as well try now with
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
Timbit donuts. So there's a chocolate white fudge, sour cream chocolate chip, and a birthday cake waffle.
All right. Which one are we diving
And
into
there is
first?
icing everywhere
Yeah,
off these
well,
things.
these are pretty
have
messy.
So much powdered sugar coating, it
Yeah.
seems.
So what do you want to try first?
Justin Bieber loves powdered sugar. What can you say?
Which ones are on top for you guys? Because the chocolate ones are all on the top.
Yeah,
for
I've got
mine.
a bunch of chocolate on the top as
You
well.
wanna do that?
They must
Yeah,
have
let's
put
start
those
with
in
that
last.
Okay, so these are the chocolate white fudge, the Timbits, the Tims, if you'd like to try the little ones. The
TimBiebs.
TimBiebs.
I've got mine on a fork because I don't want to get my hands messy.
Well, that's a dry donut there, but that's okay. That's dry. What do you think?
Chocolate flavor is good.
Is that a totally new flavor? Or is that just their chocolate
know.
one with an out, a
that's what
different
it is.
outer coating?
It's not all that different, is it?
It's not.
From their chocolate sour
I don't even
cream.
really taste whatever the white is
The
on the
white
outside.
That's
Yeah.
a bit suspect, but okay. Hang on.
I mean, it's
Putting it
good,
to the
right? There's
side.
nothing wrong with it. It's just
It's fine.
It's just a chocolate Timbit,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be a chocolate white fudge. I bet the white fudge would be the outer coating.
Let's see.
What do you wanna do
The
now?
other two are either hard to tell apart or they only gave me two flavors. Let me see.
No, they're definitely hard to tell apart. I think I've
This one is a chocolate chip.
Oh,
see?
here, the birthday one has
Little
little sprinkle stuff in it, so you can see the I see red sprinkles in there.
Let me find that.
You want to do the birthday one?
Yeah, I think I got it. All
Okay,
right.
so that's the birthday cake waffle flavor.
Let's see.
And if you do get a box, you have to see. Oh no, wait, that's the chocolate chip. Is that a chocolate chip? I don't know, guys. No,
That's good. That one's really good.
I'm just gonna eat one and try. Birthday cake waffle flavor. Yeah, that's the birthday cake.
That one's really good.
The waffle part of it's good.
I don't get the waffle.
In my mind, it's there.
I don't really know what I'm looking for waffle-wise in a donut.
It's good.
I mean,
The
it's
birthday
also
cake's
good.
great.
Have you guys had the birthday cake Timbit before?
I have not.
You haven't? It tastes just like the regular birthday cake Timbit.
I was going to say, I didn't even know there was a birthday cake
I'm
Timbit.
gathering after 2 of the 3
They've
that
reused?
they took the Timbits they already had and they put a slightly different coating on it and gave it a different name.
They just put, like,
don't
sprinkles
really
on it.
taste different. 2 out of 2 have not tasted different from their original flavor.
All right, you want to try the sour cream and chocolate chip one?
Let's do it.
Boy, these are hard to. Yeah, that one. Okay, so that's a sour cream chocolate chip. Well, actually, I ate a birthday cake one. Okay. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I got one. Okay, that's it. That's the sour cream chocolate chip.
Maybe not as much a fan.
Not very much chocolate chip, though. At all. I don't taste any, to be honest.
Well, I don't know then, guys. I don't know. Listen, Krispy Kreme's been on a roll this year with like their special flavors. But with these being Timbits, I just can't get into it as much.
Yeah,
But
that
I'm
one,
willing to
that one's
sell
okay.
the entire box for
Yes.
a higher price now if you're a fan.
Yeah, like I think the birthday cake one was really good. I'm not a big fan of sour cream donuts in general. I don't think so. That last one for me was just meh. I would eat it, but I wouldn't choose it.
I think I'm not as much a fan of that sour cream as well. I actually think for the 3 flavors, they're all again based off of
Existing
starting
ones?
with different flavors Timbits they already have, and I kind of think these ones taste very like almost like you can't tell a difference.
Correct.
Except they're a little bit drier because they have a different coating on the outside. So actually, I don't know if they're better than the standard versions of these Timbits.
Don't tell them that.
I'm sorry to say, but
Don't say that.
Still pretty good though. At least 2 out of 3 are very, very
They
good.
look pretty. They look really pretty.
The TimBiebs Timbits, chocolate white fudge, sour cream chocolate chip, birthday cake waffle. Isaiah, did you feel embarrassed having to go through and ask for the
I
TimBiebs?
did actually when
Yeah.
I pulled up. It felt really weird because I had to say it like 4 times. I was like, "Can I get like the Justin Bieber Timbits?" And he's like, "What is it that you want?" I'm like, "Are you messing with me or what's going on there?" I'm like, "I
I
said
think I want.
I want the Justin Bieber Timbits," and he's like, "You want the TimBiebs?" I'm like, "I'll take
He was trying to
the
get
TimBiebs." Yeah, give me
Trying
those.
to trick you into saying it.
He
I
needed
know.
you to say the whole thing.
Literally.
Lowered yourself to saying TimBiebs.
Yeah, I had to
Well,
say it like 4 times.
They're not bad, but they're not as amazing as maybe I thought because they're not really new flavors
Yeah.
would be. But
That's the new flavors.
I was hoping for something more exciting, but hey, they're good.
They're good
you
though.
still got some donut stuff this
That's
morning.
right.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Why pay for so many streaming services that you don't really care about when you can not really care about the Riot for free? Radio U.
Today is not just Christmas ornament day, Christmas ornament giveaway day. It is also Christmas card day.
Oh, it's today they say if you want to send out a Christmas
Yeah,
card,
this
you
is
should.
your reminder to send out the Christmas card.
If not, it's not going to get there till February.
Yeah.
so.
Oh, yeah. Are you a Christmas card sender?
I had, how many did I have to send? I'm actually sent them out in the mail yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
3.
Look at you. On Christmas
3.
card day eve, you did it.
And it's for the elderly.
You just did 3 only?
3 only, the rest I
For
see.
like grandparents or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do like the laminated, like the fancy ones, or you just go to the card aisle?
Well, I went to Amazon and I bought a party pack of 4 different Christmas cards,
Yeah.
so then I can alternate in case the grand people and the chosen few that got Christmas cards got together to see that I didn't just send them each the same one. I thought it through.
Hey, they call each other. Hey, did you get Nikki's Christmas card this year?
Which ones you get?
Yeah. Wait, she's sending us the same card?
She hates us.
She sent the same stock letter in all 3 of them?
I'm not writing a letter. I just signed and my name on it, and that was it. I hate Christmas cards because we just don't write as much. And even doing the 3, like my handwriting looks awful. My hand hurts after.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do it.
Why don't you type it up?
That seems like more effort. I can't send the card through my printer with all the glitter on it.
Oh, yeah?
It'll mess everything else up.
Well, I mean, it's too late now anyways. You already sent
They're in the mail.
So you don't do the laminated, like the printed out card, so that means no pictures of the dogs? Or,
No.
Oh, man, you could do such a cool Christmas card photo.
I put on there for the grandparents, if they want to see more what's going on in my life, they can follow me at RadioU Nikki. I'll be happy to set up for them.
They're up on the Instagrams?
No, well, like my grandfather's on Facebook. He doesn't listen, so I can say this. Anybody else have grandparents? So like my grandfather, okay. Like I don't think he is listening.
I'm going to tell him though.
No, he lost his phone.
Yeah?
And so he had gotten Facebook hacked. So I got another friend request from him.
Yeah.
And I love him because I love this is how your grandparents think. He thought because he lost his phone that Facebook was only on his phone.
Oh, yeah?
So when I told him that his account got hacked, he's like, I don't have my account anymore because I lost my phone. I was like, no. You can just sign in from anywhere. Your account's still there, and you need to log in.
Oh, my gosh.
To not be like sending out these spam requests.
Wow.
So I sent him a Christmas card.
Oh, yeah. So that's all he needs to see from you.
So I'm not going to connect with him on social media because he's not on now.
I guess if I'm going to do some kind of Christmas card, I need to get on it. I got a
do.
dog I can show off.
Yeah, you can send him pictures.
You know what my mom used to do?
What?
She would get so into the Christmas cards. So she wouldn't just do the card. She would do a letter to everybody because she's like
update from the year.
Yep, a year in review, and she's like, if I'm gonna send out a card, like it better be worth people's while. It's not just gonna be a picture they throw in the garbage. So she wants to send out a letter so everybody gets an update.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't just write like a standard letter. She would make it like. She would do a different theme every year, where it was like one year it was like we were a rock band. Everybody in the band was a rock band.
Oh, no.
And one year was like everybody in the a review of everybody as if it was a sports season, like all of our stats from the year.
And she made you do that? The picture?
No, the pictures were just pretty standard usually, although we did have a cool one when we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But no, it was the letter that she would write it as if it was like a news article about us.
Yeah. Like it was an email.
Yeah, right. So she was way into it. I don't know if she still does that. She doesn't consult me.
Well,
if she
now that
does.
you're not at the house anymore.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any stats
now that I'm
on
out
you.
a famous morning show host,
Yeah.
there's no accomplishments left to update people on.
Eric has one relative who would do that, and we didn't know him very well. So, like, why am I getting this letter?
Yeah.
Of like all
that's
these details?
Right? I thought when my mom sent this out, I was like, that's kind of weird for some people.
It's a bit much. It was like a whole scrapbook thing of it. Like, it was a lot of pictures and like crafty sort of things.
Yeah.
And then you'd feel bad because what do you do when you get a Christmas card?
You have to send one back, right?
No.
You throw it away. Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm throwing away your big project.
Yeah.
If they keep talking long enough, they're bound to say something that you agree with. The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on RadioU.
I know you're Saint Nikki, and I'm Father Christmas. We need a Christmas name for everybody, including definitely Isaiah.
Oh yeah, what would his be?
What would it be? Anybody want to text in some idea? I the only thing that comes to mind is Isaiah, can you see? But that would be definitely for like
4th of July.
4th of July.
That's a good question.
We need a good Christmas pun for Isaiah. Even though I hate these, like I really do hate them, but I also want to come up with them.
It's good, like for social media. So you change your vanity name, and so you can make it like a Christmas one. But yeah, what would Isaiah be?
There's got to be a Christmas song that Isaiah could fit into.
Okay, we'll have to think about this.
Isaiah. Make him Foghorn. He could definitely be Foghorn Leghorn.
No, I don't think so.
He totally could.
No.
It's Space Jam 2 came out earlier this year, so it's timely.
Oh, yeah, you're right on time. It needs to be Christmassy.
I'm going to come up with a bunch of Isaiah puns that don't have anything to do with Christmas.
Christmas words that start with I. Let's see if a Google search will help.
This is great.
Ice? Something with ice?
Yeah, you're right. Ice.
Emmanuel?
Ice. Ice baby.
No. I mean, that does kind of work for winter.
Ice.
Are you stalling?
Yeah, I'm just
You're
saying
trying to
ice
go-
over and over again.
Icicle. Something with icicle?
But there's no songs with icicle in it.
It does not have
It
to
doesn't
be a
have
song.
to be a song.
It's
You're
about
right.
winter or Christmas. I'm just
Isaiah Sickle.
Isaiah Sickle? I think that works.
No, that's not good enough.
Something with one of the reindeers, maybe.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Hey, I didn't know I could name all the reindeer.
Good job. What do you
but
win for that?
None of those tie into Isaiah whatsoever.
Well, we could also ask him if he has any ideas.
Yeah, we might have to circle back. But who wants to hear us try to come up with this even longer?
Oh, no, this is fun.
This is the best radio we've ever done, isn't it? Of me just saying ice over and over again.
Basically, the only I word I can find when I Google it is icicles.
There's got to be something with ice, but it wouldn't be. It's not the song title.
What
I just
about-
think it's easiest if it's a song.
So wait, there's heat miser and then
Snow miser.
Snow
He's not
miser.
ice miser, unfortunately.
All right, keep working on it,
Yeah.
guys. If anybody comes up with a
Or is there, like-
vanity Christmas name for
Is there a
him,
Christmas movie with ice in the name, or
you're asking me.
yeah?
I don't know. You're gonna
Why
have
is this
to
so hard?
You're gonna have to do some searches because it's I.
Yeah.
It's not a as used
But
thing.
is there something with like a C in it? You know, like
cookies?
no, like I see that.
Oh, I gotcha.
I see that. See that Christmas is coming.
You're just a wreck with this.
It's not
see-
on the fly. Not really great.
I see
Except for Isaiah, can you see? That's gold right
Okay,
there.
now you didn't put your name, but someone texted in Isaiah Frost,
What's that supposed to be?
like Mr. Frost thing.
Like Jack Frost?
Yeah, like Jack
But
Frost.
that could be any name though.
Okay,
You could
know
be
what?
Nikki Frost.
Okay, never mind.
You could
never
be-
mind. Isaiah gets nothing.
Greg Frost. Anybody could be Frost.
I think it works well. So yeah, if you have an
I mean,
idea,
it's if we can come up with nothing else, it could be Isaiah Frost.
this is easy for me because I could be Saint Nikki
Yeah,
and
it's
Hudfather
Hudfather
Christmas.
Christmas is just
for that,
obvious.
That works too.
Maybe we
but-
just need to be a little more creative with it.
and
but
you need to be a bit more accepting that if we get
that
anything,
we're just not going to come up with the perfect
Snow Misa, like
Snow Misaiah.
yeah,
there we go.
Snow Misa.
Yeah, all right. I think I can roll with that.
Ashley said igloo. That could kind of work too. Oh, Laura says Isaiah mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Hey, see, that's what I was looking for. Isaiah, Mom. Kissing Santa.
Okay, you go tell him what.
Yeah, that's-
what we will choose.
Yeah, all right.
Worst of the Riot podcast.
Isaiah, well, we're also accepting people texting in with Christmas names for Isaiah. Do you have a good one for yourself?
I don't
You
even
don't?
it's like hard to do like a nickname off of Isaiah because it's like there's so
Well,
many
the
vowels.
I.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
going
right.
on there. And so Christmas names, if you can get a good one, I'd be very impressed because there's like nothing like what could you even say? I don't even know.
So then what you do is, like on your Instagram, you would change your name to be your Christmas name.
Yeah, if we
Not-
can come up with one.
not-
If we can come up with one, yeah.
I know. People had some good choices, but you wouldn't change like your official name.
Your handle.
You
Yeah.
don't change your
It'd
handle.
just be your title. So I really liked Isaiah saw mommy kissing.
Yeah, I know. That's the one that I heard that like stuck out. I was like, what are they talking about right now? Like, what even is this?
That was it.
That was it. All right. Well, that's not the matter at hand. Is not that. It is working from home, where I thought you might appreciate this for some reason. Isaiah, I don't know why I thought that you might appreciate this out of everybody, but with everybody working from home over the past year and a half or whatever, people are getting concerned about they don't want their bosses or their colleagues to see if they're either away on their work chat because after a certain amount of time, it'll set your status to away if you aren't like moving around on the computer or whatever.
Yeah.
And also some companies even track even more to check if your mouse is moving or your keyboard, if you're typing on it, to make sure that
Basically,
you're actually doing something.
you can't be inactive for so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what some people are doing is getting mouse movers, where it's either you can get software or you can just get people to like maybe remotely log in and do it for you, and they will move your mouse around so that it looks like if you step away and go to the bathroom or something, or you just want to slack off, that you're still working even though you're not.
How amazing would it be if you took a job moving remotely someone's mouse?
Yeah.
It'd be incredible.
It
for
would be.
someone who didn't want to do their
Finally,
job.
something I'm good at.
Yeah, you can do this.
See, I could do that during the day here. As I'm doing my work, I could just have my other hand on a different mouse,
right?
just moving it around the whole
For
time.
someone else.
This is funny because like my roommate, I say he works remotely all the time.
Yeah.
And so like when I come in and like talk to him, and he'll be like laying down in his bed or doing what like typically like remote workers do, nothing. And so then I'll sit down and talk to him, and he'll be like, move my mouse real quick so my screen doesn't go black. And so I'm like, I'll move his mouse so like his screen stays up, so he's like active, and like he can also log in like from his phone. Like his company uses like Microsoft Teams or something. So if he has his phone open, like not like locked, it shows that he's active. So he like set it to where like his screen doesn't lock like after like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, like it will just go black. His doesn't do that, so he can just set his phone down like if we're somewhere
That's
and
why.
he's logged in. And they need like a mouse tracker on him though. They need so they can see if he's typing on the keyboard. Because I just kind of move that thing for him every couple minutes.
Just wait till they audit and like they're like, why is the mouse moving so sporadic? Why is it always just spinning around in a circle?
Yeah,
I don't think
every
they can
11
tell
minutes.
That, but it is, like, and that's not fair. So a lot of times with remote workers, you start work at like 2:00 on Friday, and you're just trying to get your whole your whole week of work done in those couple of hours.
Yeah,
but people have come up with tons of creative things. You can tie like a fan to your mouse, and so as it oscillates, it goes different directions. It'll move your mouse and stuff. There's tons of things you can get.
Oh my gosh!
You can tie it to like your dog. You can
tie it to your dog. I know. I've seen like also there's like certain programs too where like they have like a weight thing that you can put on your space bar, and so I know a lot of people have done that to keep them active on their computer.
They put in more effort to not
work
than if you just did your work.
It's what I always say. You got to work smart, not hard. And that is working smart. The weight on the space bar, the mouse mover that automatically moves your mouse, man, that's efficiency right there. If you can get the amount of work that they want you to get done in the amount of time they want, then you can slack off all the rest of the time. That's the beauty of having like the goals and the lists of stuff you need to get done.
That is like work though in general. It's like how much can I do, but like at the least as possible. Like how much do you expect me to do? And then once I get there, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll do a couple more things.
Well, it seems like if you guys want any help on how to achieve the dream, if you feel free to text 8772 RadioU, we're going to forward those to Isaiah's roommate, who's been cheating them all along.
Cheating the system for months.
We really need to make sure you've given away your roommate's name and everything. We've got to be very careful there.
It's only a matter of time. I'm going to come in one morning
not listening.
and be like, Andrew got fired.
Hey, he wouldn't know. He hasn't checked in yet.
He has no idea.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.